Hey, Gavox here. So Madden just tweeted out something pretty interesting. It's something that's happened in other games before, something that actually Madden's done before in other promos. We'll talk about that in a second. But they're going to talk about, we'd like to introduce the first ever Madden Team of the Year vote. You know what? I should introduce for the first time ever the sponsor for this video. Rock Bottom Coins is the #1 place to get your Madden coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to Rock Bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTBOX for 10% off. So, Team of the Year vote. I believe it's 15% off still over at Rock Bottom. But the Madden Team of the Year vote, okay? Starting January 14th, cast your vote for most outstanding NFL players of the 2021 season. Now, when you click the link, it brings you to a site that steals all your information, your NFTs, your crypto, your bank, your credit card, everything about you. You are now one with the machine known as EA, but also it lists this landing page, okay? So it's got a countdown until the vote. They're gonna reveal the Team of the Year nominees, so it's not just gonna be all write-ins. We can't vote D-Virgin to Team of the Year, sadly. It's not a golden ticket promo, which probably is a smarter thing than anything else. So they'll reveal the Team of the Year nominees. Get ready to cast your votes. I think that, I don't know if they're gonna do it like in-game, with some sort of collectible. We've had that before. Out of game, we've had votes. I think with superlatives, if anybody remembers, was that Madden 17, 18 era? I want to say 18 had superlatives, and that was basically, you know, fan votes on who gets what, like most likely to succeed. It was like Dorial Green Beckham or something, which was kind of a lull vote, but since, you know, he kind of crashed out of the league soon after that. The revealed Team of the Year nominees. So there's many ways of doing the vote. I'm guessing it's going to be online since the countdown's online. I haven't logged in since this happens. I'm over right now. I just built my FIFA team. I've sold right before. I sold right before Black Friday because I was like, I'm just gonna do MUT the next month, and MUT absolutely took up my time. And I just bought it all back for 4 million coins. So we can talk about that some other time. Not doing this video, but. Anyways, it's got some holes I gotta fill still, and not chemmed up. So what are we gonna vote for, right? Who are you gonna vote for? Who are you gonna call Ghostbusters? Let's go to like I was like, you know what? We should look at the other people's All-Pro teams and kind of like take a look through it. So I went to PFF. You know, I subscribe to PFF. For better or worse, their grading system's kind of interesting at times. We'll say there's a lot to disagree with. They had like their all-pro team. So this is gonna be like, you know, all-pro. Obviously, you know, I don't know necessarily they're gonna give the option, but they might give the option for like, say, Aaron Rodgers, who might win MVP. Some people are really voting for Tom Brady now for MVP. A lot of people are going for that, TFF being one of them, because they love the way he's graded. I mean, he led the league in yardage, so you really can't argue against Tom Brady being MVP at 44. I think people are just like sick of him. I think so. Tom Brady, generally great choice, but the second team being Joe Burrow over Aaron Rodgers is kind of wild for them. I think Green Bay without Aaron Rodgers, especially with the injuries they had this year, is like a 3-win team. Go ahead and get at me. They had a good defense, but they lost the #1 CB. They lost the #1 edge rusher. I know their, you know, middle linebacker played well, but like I feel like without Aaron Rodgers, that team struggles to go over 500. And they've shown it in the past. Joe Burrow, I guess it could be the same thing be said about Cincinnati Bengals. Any quarterback, you lose them, and they're not going to be well. Except for Steelers. We don't have a quarterback, and we won more than half our game, but we'll get to the reason why in a second. So Tom Brady, Joe Burrow, you know, could be. I think odds on favorite now by Vegas is Rodgers. So, like, if they don't nominate Rodgers for this award, for this Team of the Year voting, it would be because they think he's going to get an honors card, right? And maybe that's it. But I would assume Aaron Rodgers gets nominated here. We'll see if he wins, but it would kind of suck if, like, he gets the Team of the Year quarterback and then right next gets an honors card, because then it's like, okay, well, we may have gotten somebody else better. So we'll see how much fan bases overwhelm the voting too. Like if Joe Burrow wins it, okay, that's kind of wild. But anyways, running back Jonathan Taylor, Joe Mixon came as bad. Bengals getting a couple second teams. The PFF seems to love the Bengals. I don't know, maybe they owe money to Cincinnati's owner. But Joe Mixon had a great year, so it's not a bad thing. Derrick Henry went down in week 8, so yeah, he's out of it. Other running backs that might be able to get it, I don't know. I don't see how anybody but Jonathan Taylor really wins the award. Even though Colts folded down the stretch, it was more like on Wentz having like a negative 5 million QBR rating in the last game. They're folding hard to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't mind. I think I'm voting Taylor. I don't know about you guys. I think Taylor's definitely for me. For receivers, they want no Cup. What? Okay, this is kind of wild. I know. Okay, never mind. Oh, ooh. Oh, I didn't realize they had 2 wide receiver categories. I was about to say. I think those are great choices. I think these are the 3 top ones in my mind would be Adams, Jefferson, Kupp, and Chase. I guess out of 4. I think PFF did a good job in this category for receivers this year. You know, I got nothing to add, right? I really don't have anything to add. Tight end, Mark Andrews. Interesting. And then Kittle over Kelsey. I think Andrews probably had the best year overall, but Kelsey is a stud-coated stud with stud filling. He just got a Team of the Week card. So if people go with Mark Andrews, vote him there. It really depends. Like, are they going to nominate Waller? Because, like, Mark Andrews in Madden, and you got to factor that in, isn't as impressive or as good as, say, just a straight speed tight ends that can burn coverage and beat man on crosses. I'm seeing a lot more man, like I've talked about a lot recently. So you want more tight ends that can just, like, get open. So interesting. George Kittle is their second team. He missed a large portion of the season. So, came with kind of monster games and actually earned a slightly higher PFF receiving grade. He just wasn't leaned on as much. Yeah, until injuries gave him a bigger opportunity. I mean, he just missed games. All right, Flex O. Now, the All-Pro team. Now, we'll see what Team of the Year ends up being. The All-Pro team, I believe, last year got rid of the Flex and added another receiver there. So, we'll see what the All-Pro team does this year. But yeah, Flex would definitely be Debo or Cordell Patterson for that Flex if the All-Pro goes back to Flex instead of a receiver on offense. But I guess, we'll decide what they do with that. Because Cordell's got an argument for halfback there, but he's played a lot of good positions. He was on the depth chart as like a safety there for him too. That's why he got his out of position card. Don't hate those picks either. Offensive linemen, I don't really know much about offensive linemen. They're very hard to track on just like a watch, like a eye test, because they're like basically a large sample size, right? Like when you hear about an offensive lineman, either it's like somebody like Quentin Nelson and he's just like road grading, the announcers keep talking about how incredible he is, but if they mention the name, usually it's a bad thing, like it's a holding call or something, or a false start. So Trent Williams, I think by far, like watching his highlights, definitely left tackle in my opinion, great choice. Batonio, Cleveland Brown, their offensive line is, I would love Cleveland Brown. I've mentioned this many times. Bill Callahan's a freaking miracle worker there in Cleveland. Creed Humphrey for Kansas City Chiefs. All right, I don't know. And then Corey Lindsey they had at the Chargers. Corey Lindsey won an All-Pro last year, I know. They got Creed as the number 1 for the Chiefs. Interesting how the tables turn with the Kansas City Chiefs getting an offensive lineman on the All-Pro, something that they had struggled with last year. Zach Martin, always a good choice. I'm surprised what's his name in Cleveland wasn't the right guard second team also. Martin is down to right guard positions for some time. True. Offensive line for the best. And the shell of his former self and all the way back again. Martin. Yeah, losing Frederick was tough on them. They've had some injuries there. Wyatt Teller. Mason jumped Cleveland's Wyatt Teller for second team spot late in the year. Mason been a run blocking force with the Patriots, allowed 18 pressures on the season. Nice. Okay. All right. Tristan Wirfs, I think Tristan Wirfs had a good. I've heard about Tampa Bay Buccaneers loving them some Wirfs, so him and Lane, I could see them both winning. I think Lane Johnson's the better Mutt card because he's faster at right tackle, so I'd be voting for Lane personally for a Mutt card. Defense, Cameron Hayward on the interior. So there's 2 defending interiors. Obviously, it's going to be Donald and Hayward as the top 2 by PFF. Chris Jones, Kansas City Chiefs were a different team when he came back, right? Kansas City Chiefs were god awful the first part of the year on defense. And Chris Jones came back and, hey, look what happens when you got an interior rush that like dominates. It's incredible the difference. Just one player putting pressure on a quarterback and changing the run defense is done. But yeah, Cameron Hayward, Chris Jones. Cameron Hayward's like our best CB for knockdowns. It's crazy how many bat downs he had this year. Backing up first, you've seen the grade. Season 91 mark falls short to 91 career high, but his 82 pass rushing grade, 61 total pressures, 32 stops. Oh, they don't talk about his knockdowns. I don't want to go to, like, I pay for it. I don't want to go to his page because I think that's paywalled. But yeah, it was tough. Oh, that's right. He was on the edge to start the year. Who's the one that came back for him? Edge. That's right. I forgot about that. Jones started the edge. Wilkins also played well. Yeah, so I think Donald's definitely going to win the vote. Cameron Hayward, it's going to be a runoff between Steelers fans and Chiefs fans for who get that interior other one besides for Donald. Myles Garrett, they gave it to over TJ Watt. Like, this is just crazy to me. Like, this is where I know PFF is fucking trash, right? TJ Watt, when he played more than 55% of the snaps in the game, the Steelers are 9-2. They literally didn't win a single game that he played less than that amount of snaps. All right? 9-2. He just dragged the corpse of the offense. Like Roethlisberger's dead, lifeless body was brought down the field and like deposited in the end zone by this stud right here. And they give him second team. Second team. Like, I get it, wins are not an edge rusher stat, but it is wild how differently this defense looks with TJ on the field and without, right? They look like absolute trash. They got no rush. Like, the CBs are out there on an island. Like, I get Cameron Hayward's theirs too, but Cameron and Minka are it, right? Like, they don't really have much else since they're like Alualu and Steven Tuitt have been on the injury list all year, at least since the first game when Alualu went out. Tuitt's been out the whole year, but like, dog, it is wild to me how bad PFF is. Right? TJ Watt getting chipped basically every single down, still getting home against a lot of these teams. Like, tied for the sack record. Oh my God. It's like, oh, they got to make like excuses. He also faced Ben Roethlisberger 2.5 second average time to throw twice. Oh man, it's like they got to like make shit up with advanced analytics to like continually disregard Watt's production. But you know what? More disrespect for the pile. Second team All-Pro, but I'm voting for Watt. Like the thing is, like Watt's stats always suck in Watt. Max Crosby 1-2. I mean, like these guys had great years, right? Max and Bosa's a toss-up. I'm just surprised Max is above TJ too. But yeah, Crosby feasts on a remarkable cupcake schedule of opposing right tackles. All right, anyways. Inside linebackers, Devondre. Yeah, I think two great choices there. I would assume, like, I think the Buccaneers, because of the bandwagon, probably has a bigger fan. I don't know, but Green Bay is such a traditional market. I don't know who wins this. This is a popularity contest, I feel like, between these two. If Ian nominates them both. Darius Leonard just got a card in Team of the Week. So I don't know. It'd be kind of like a useless one to vote for, in my opinion. Demario Davis always turns out to be a slow card. Like, all these inside linebackers, they always get slow cards, so it's almost like not worth. We'll see if they end up putting up, like, you know, somebody more popular into the mix with the voting. Maybe somebody like Wagner, even though he got a freeze card, they could still give him a card. Next up, Flex D. Oh, they get Flex D. Oh, that's right. They have like pass rusher on All Pros. I forgot about that. Parsons would definitely win that. He was a great situational pass rusher. He dropped into coverage. I know TJ dropped into coverage a lot, but he's definitely more of an edge, whereas Parsons is definitely more, feels like more of the flex. 200 rushing, yeah. So anyone in Holland there for the Dolphins. I think Parsons wins the popularity contest. The problem is Parsons, he's already got a card that's like 96. I think they gave him a 97 overall card, give him a +1, which I would okay if they do the same thing they did previous years, which is give us like a training bypass for that number. Or if you put like either one of them in power up, then they both go up to like 98 overall. I think that'd be a great solution if Parsons ends up winning an All-Pro, because Cowboys fans are crazy. There's a ton of them out there. I think they could win. CB AJ Terrell had a great year. This is like wild to me. I get it, like they hate what's his name on the cow? Diggs. They hate Diggs because the amount of yards and stuff he had. I mean, he had a lot of touch. He had a lot of interceptions. He really like threw a lot of momentum into that defense quite frequently. And I don't know. I would love to have Diggs on my team. I would love Diggs over both the second team guys. Right? I'll take Terrell and Ramsey over Diggs, but I would definitely take Diggs over both the second team. I don't know why he didn't make second team here. Personally, I think if they nominate Diggs, he's gonna win. I think Diggs is gonna win the popularity contest, no doubt. Parsons and Diggs, if they get nominated, ain't no way Cowboys fans don't stuff that ballot box. I don't know if Terrell's a popular enough name outside of Atlanta to win that. Bayard, Marcus Williams. I'm surprised. How did that dude in Cincinnati play this year? Bayard's best safety in the game based on current form. I mean, yeah, Micah Hyde's been continually disrespected over the years. I think I've never really liked his muck cards because he's got low hit power. But yeah, Buffalo, it's crazy. They have like the best defense in the league, but they have like no all pros. Like after White went down there, Micah Hyde, they gave 7 to team 2. It's good recognition. They got another solid safety out there in Buffalo too, but I don't know. I guess Winfield is fine. I'm disappointed no Minka, but I know Minka's been like game planned around so much. He really hasn't shown up much at all with interceptions and stuff. They really don't throw near him anymore. But that's it. Special team, Justin Tucker, well earned, and then AJ Cole for the punter. I don't think they're gonna give. I don't think they'll nominate a special teams guys right here. All right, but anyways, that's the video. What do you guys think? Who do you guys think is getting a team of the year? Let me know in the comments. Did I screw up? Who did I miss? Who do you want? Bye. Please like us up. It really helps. See you in a little bit for team of the week.